Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a testing new makeup video. I have a bunch of stuff behind me that we are going to be trying out. Some stuff I have used maybe once or twice, but I want to share it with you guys here on camera. Some stuff that I bought recently so you guys can see it in action. So let's go ahead and get started. I just got my hair done this morning. My hair seriously takes so long at the salon. We put so many foils in, so I do highlight, low light, and it literally took 5 hours today. Plus we were chit-chatting, so I think that just took longer, but it looks pretty good. I always like to touch up the blonde and put some little low lights in, and we put some curls in it, and yeah, that's usually what I do. I really like it. Anyways, let's start off with some primer. So you guys know in my Sephora haul I recently picked up the full size of the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, and I really wanted to test it with the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer because they're kind of similar. They both are a little bit on the sticky side. The Jelly Pop one from e.l.f. is obviously a lot cheaper and it actually has like a watermelon scent to it, which is cool. So I want to do one on each side of the face and see like what the differences are and see like which one makes my foundation last longer. I'll just have to remember what side I did. So we're gonna do the Milk Hydro Grip, and we're gonna place this on this side. This is my left. It's probably different on camera. I know it always flips it, so it's probably your guys' right side. I really like how this primer feels on the skin. I feel like it really makes your foundation stick. There's also a couple more dupes. There's the Honey Do Me Up from NYX, and also there's one from Hard Candy, which I heard is really similar. Let's try the e.l.f. I use my different hand. And yeah, this one has that same kind of almost serum jelly finish. But yeah, this one just smells incredible. But they both kind of feel the same. Here's how we are looking. I feel like it looks pretty much the same on both sides. They're both pretty tacky. The e.l.f. one might be even more tacky. We're gonna go ahead and go in with foundation. I have not used this one on camera for you guys yet. It is a newer one. It's not super new, but it's the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. And I am gonna do kind of a wear test at the end so you guys can see how it holds up, because I'm kind of in between on this one. I think it's okay, but I don't know if it's a favorite for oily skin, so we'll see how it works with this gripping primer. So this foundation you can get on Ulta.com and Colourpop. It's a decent price. I know they do have the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer, but this one's supposed to be the foundation, and I think it's supposed to be a somewhat light coverage, light medium coverage. I chose the shade Fair 30N. I'm just gonna put about a drop and a half on my Sigma F80 Kabuki brush, which is my favorite foundation brush. And we'll just go ahead and spread this all over the face. Now I feel like I used quite a bit of foundation. You probably don't need as much as I just did. I do like more of a fuller coverage, so I do use quite a bit. I love this brush because it just blends the foundation so easily. I feel like it doesn't soak up too much product, and I've been using this brush for years. It's been my favorite. I still love my Sigma brushes. I do have a code with them too if you guys want. I'll have a link down below, but I've used these for many years. You guys always hear me talk about it. But if you haven't tried the F80, it's definitely worth the splurge. And this brush in particular has lasted me a long time. It holds up without breaking. Some of my Sigma brushes I've had for over 5 years. They're really good. Okay, so I think that's blended really good. For this one, I guess it would be more classified as a medium coverage in my opinion. I can still see through my breakouts a bit, but it did give a good amount of coverage. And when I look at this, to me, this looks really dewy. So I would say this is gonna be probably better for combination dry skin since it does have that glow. Okay, so we're gonna skip over to the eyes now. I just primed them and set them with some powder, and this just came literally 10 minutes ago in the mail. I knew it was coming today, so I definitely wanted to put it to the test on today's video. But this is the new Sydney Grace palette with Mel Thompson. She is a beauty YouTuber here, which a lot of you guys probably know of her because she seriously reviews like every product. She has the best product reviews. I love to watch her. I just feel like she's very talented and very knowledgeable in makeup, so I definitely suggest checking her out. But I just love that so many creators have been getting their own collabs and have been coming up with their own things, and I just want to support everyone, so I had to go ahead and get this. And I actually just like heard of Sydney Grace last month during their Christmas and July sale, and I bought quite a bit from them. I'm honestly so impressed with their quality, so I have a feeling this is going to be really good. So she did a really fun palette with them. She does have some bugs on it. I'm not the biggest fan of the creepy crawlers, but I do think the design is really cute. This is the Tiny Marvels palette from them, and I believe her tattoo artist actually designed this, which is really cool, designed the artwork. And then this is the color scheme. It is kind of like a pastel palette, but also has some neutrals in it. And yeah, I cannot wait to try with this. Like I said, Sydney Grace shadows are seriously one of the best I've tried, and now I seriously want to own everything from their brand. So starting off the look, I want to take a little bit of Love Bug here on this super fluffy brush. This is by Alter Ego, the number 2 brush. There was a little bit of fallout, so I'm going to tap off that excess. And then we're gonna place this right into the crease. Oh my. Very pigmented already. And seriously, that took like 2 seconds to blend out. I'm gonna mix a little bit of Bugaboo as well and put that also in that crease area. That one had a lot of pigment to it as well, but you guys could see how easy this blends. There's no skipping, no patchiness. It's amazing. Sydney Grace also has a ton of single shadows, so if you guys want to make your own palette, it's super easy to do that. She even has like the little magnetic palettes that you could refill and everything. Okay, so I'm going to take that same brush and we'll take Spider, this dark brown in the outer corner. I'm going to take Love Bug on the lower lash line. And for fun, I'm going to mix a little bit of Scarab in there too, because I think that's going to be a cute combination. Okay, so I'm just kind of blending that out with my same crease brush, and I do clean that up later. I just kind of like it to be really smoky. I did wet my brush, and I'm going to take the shade Marvel here on the lid. You guys have to see these metallics. They are insane. Look at that. It's amazing. So far, this palette gets an A++ from me. I'm really impressed with the shadows and everything. I think Mel did such a good job on that, and Sydney Grace just like kills their shadow formula. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up with some concealer. I'm using this new one from Makeup Forever, the Matte Velvet Skin. This is a high coverage multi-use concealer, and it really does feel like velvet on the face. It's so interesting. So I'm going to use this on my blemishes and under my eyes. I think the shade I picked is a little bit too yellow. I do wish I went a little bit lighter. This one is 2.3. There was a lot of different shades to choose from. And that will just clean up our eyeshadow as well as brighten underneath the eye. I will say, first impressions though, I don't think I love it underneath the eyes. I just think that it is a little bit more on the dry side since it is a matte finish. And I don't like that it kind of emphasizes my lines, so I'm trying to kind of press that in, and I will add powder as well, which will hopefully help. But I think it's great for like blemishes. It's going to really cover those up because it has really good coverage. I'm going to set underneath there with the Hourglass Diffuse Light because I just love the look that this gives, and it really brightens and it's so smooth under the eyes. Okay, so I'm going to do my brows off camera because I always do the same brow routine. I always use Benefit Gimme Brow and Gimme Brow Plus, and I have that in a ton of videos, so I will be right back. Okay, so I did my brows, but I also added some lashes too because I realized I'm filming a couple videos today, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna throw on some lashes because I don't know, it just elevates the look that much more. These are a bit more dramatic. These are by Ardell, the 3D Faux Mink 854. I do want to show you guys this Marc Jacobs mascara. I have been really liking this one. There's been some amazing mascaras out, high-end and drugstore, but this one's really good. I tend to love Marc Jacobs mascaras anyway. This one has the gold and black packaging on it, and it has the perfect like smaller size brush. And I'm gonna show you on my bottom. I know ideally I should not have put the lashes on, but I wasn't thinking straight. So let me show you how it looks like on the bottom, and I'll blend my real lashes in too, but it just gives a lot of length. I think it's so good, and I would definitely recommend it. You guys could see the difference, like whoa, it's really lengthening. I can never get my lashes to look this good on the bottom. This is definitely one of my top favorites right now. I've tried the Pat McGrath Dark Star, the Urban Decay Lash Freak, but this one I think is the best. Moving on to the cheek products, I showed you guys this in my Sephora haul, but I have not tried it on for you guys. This is the Gucci bronzer. It's called, oh goodness, Eclat Soleil, I believe. I have shade 03. This one is, I would say, good for light medium skin tones. They also have a 01. The 02 is actually darker than 03, but this one's more of kind of a warm shade. It just gives a really pretty warmth to the face. And a lot of you guys said you do prefer more warm bronzers. I think shade number 1 would be a little more cool. And this just blends really easily. Even though the shade is a bit darker on me, I just feel like it blends out really flawlessly, and I think it is worth the money. And even with this compact packaging, it's so pretty. Okay, next for blush, I'm gonna try this one. I don't think I've used this on the cheeks yet. I swatched it, but I have not put it on. This is from Lawless. It's the Make Me Blush in Vintage Love. I think this is gonna be perfect for this eye look. It's a beautiful dusty rose. So we are just gonna dip right in there. I have the Lawless bronzers, which I think are beautiful. So I feel like I'm really gonna like this. We're gonna start on the apples, just dab and move it up. I would say it blends out really nice. The color is good. It gives enough pigment, but not too much. I actually don't have any new highlighters, so I'm gonna skip that step. I feel like this blush actually gives us glow, even though it's supposed to be a matte one. Plus we have the glowy foundation, so I don't think we really need it today. But I am gonna be using one of these Fenty new Slip Shine lipsticks. I'm gonna use the shade Makeout Break, which is so pretty. These are a super shine lipstick, so it's almost like a gloss lipstick kind of combination. They're really gorgeous, and they give like a sheer wash of color. I don't know if I want to use this shade. Actually, I'm gonna go for the other one because I think this one's a bit more warm. I want to use Cookies and Cocoa, actually. This one has more mauve to it, so I think actually this one will look better. Those are the two shades I bought, but I really like these. They have like mixed reviews on Sephora, but I think they're really nice. Yeah, this Cookies and Cocoa is like the perfect Your Lips But Better. Just look at that shine, it's so stunning. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything. Let me zoom you guys out a bit. Here's how the finished look is. I think it came out really gorgeous. We didn't have very many fails, I don't think, in this try on. A lot of the stuff worked out really well. So I am gonna wear it for the rest of the day, and I will finish up at the end on my vlog camera and let you guys know how everything worked and how it wore. So I will see you guys at the end. Hey guys, I wanted to give my final thoughts. We're looking a little greasy, a little greasy. This might be like the oiliest you guys have seen me on camera. So it's been about 7 hours that I've had the makeup on. I'm gonna have to say the Colourpop Foundation is just a no-go for my oily skin. It just does not hold up well. You guys could see how oily we are looking. Not good. I'm just gonna powder real quick so we can kind of get an idea for everything without all this shininess coming through. My concealer has definitely faded a bit, so I'm not sure if I love that as well. I just feel like it's kind of faded underneath my eyes. The lipstick has obviously come off because it is more of a lip shine, so it's not really going to stay. So if that bothers you or you're looking for something more long wearing, I wouldn't get it. But I really love how those look, even though they only last a few hours on the lips. You do have to reapply, but they give such a pretty look. The cheek product's still going strong, looking good. My eyeshadow is still there. My lashes are still on. I will say with my eyeshadow, the color has definitely faded a lot. So I don't know if that's due to the shadows or if that's could be from my eye primer. I just used an alter ego one, so it wasn't the best. That's kind of how everything held up. I would say definitely the winners of today is the Sydney Grace Mel Thompson palette, the Gucci bronzer, Lawless blush. I forgot to mention with the primers, I really didn't notice a difference between the two. I feel like both sides of my face look pretty much the same, so I did want to quick mention that. I think they are a dupe. I do still like this lip color even though it's not super long wearing, so I'm going to say I like the Fenty as well. Those are my thoughts on these new products. Let me know if you guys have tried them, what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys!